You the heart and soul of Rolla Bulldogs High School sports.
Good afternoon. My name is Mark Petravka. I'm the president of the Rolla Rotary Club, and we're here today to have a signing ceremony for our outbound international exchange student, Maddie. And the Rotary Youth Exchange is a program, a worldwide program of over 10,000 high school students who go to different places all over the world to experience a year in another culture, living with other families, traveling and learning, and to make the world a better place, and so that we all get to know each other. It's well known that youth are youth, and our world will be a much better place if we get to know each other and speak to each other on a regular basis and become friends. So that's why we're here today. Maddie had reached out to us in the last several months, and she is going to go to Japan and represent Rolla High School, the Rolla Rotary Club, and we are very much looking forward to that. So, okay, so and we have a document. Maddie's been going through orientation programs, and over the course of the next several months, she'll be getting ready to go. And beginning in August, she'll make her trip, and will be spending the school year in Japan. Nagoya, Japan. We're very much looking forward to it and supporting her and her family in this adventure. Thank you.
All right, everyone, welcome to Inside the Huddle, brought to you by Romo Athletics and powered by our title sponsor, Phelps County Bank. Phelps County Bank, they're 100% employee-owned. They're 100% community champions. They are bankers by day. You know what they are by night? They're Bulldog fans.
That's amazing.
They're Bulldog fans.
I'm a Bulldog fan, too.
There we go. So thanks for Phelps County Bank being that title sponsor. Here we are. This is Season 3, Episode 83, and this is a Home Sweet Mo Property Spotlight Edition, and we are sponsoring a different type of a signing. This is not a senior signing. This is a junior signing. And what we have here is we have Maddie Greenway, and she has just signed to go on a youth exchange program with the Rotary over to Japan. So kind of a big event, and man, Maddie, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
I tell you, it was really cool. This is the first time I've done this, so just a few weeks ago, I was telling you beforehand, we did Cooper Light, who's going to go ride rodeo at Missouri State West Plains, and that was definitely a first for me. So I said, now I can say, hey, this isn't my first rodeo, but this is my first time doing an exchange program. And it's just not an exchange program. I mean, you're foregoing your senior year here at Rolla High School to go do this program.
Yeah, definitely.
So tell me a little bit about what is this Rotary Youth Exchange about?
So, Rotary sends students to many different countries and as kind of youth ambassadors for their towns and their Rotary clubs. And we basically, there's a lot of things going on, but the ambassadorship is a big one. But basically we go and we spend a whole year in the other country and do school there and meet people and make new friends and attend Rotary meetings there, and with the hope that we can make friends with as many people as possible and make the world a better place while we're at it.
Awesome. Well, hey, that's a pretty good mission right there. That sounds like a lot of fun. So it's going to be in Japan. So now you won't have your senior year, but you'll be taking classes and everything over there.
Yeah.
And then when you come back, you'll graduate you'll go through that process, right? Is that how it is?
I won't walk the stage, unfortunately, but I will get my diploma from Rolla High School as a Bulldog.
Okay, great. So when did the interest in Japan start for you?
So I had been interested in foreign exchange, the program, for a long time, and my parents always told me to wait until college and just not worry about it yet, but I did not listen. And so my friend really loved Japanese culture and like the food, the art, the language, just all of it. And so she would invite me over to her house to study, and I'd help her study. And along the way, I also got really into the culture and everything about it. And that's really what brought me into wanting to do Japan, and that just set me right on my way.
Okay, so the interest in the exchange student was first.
Yes.
And then Japan came second.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. I was curious about that. I didn't know how that started. So, so when did the idea? You said you're interested in it, but what was it, and what triggered this interest in studying abroad?
I've always really wanted to travel. I'm not really sure what started that, but ever since I was little and I saw pictures of different places, the ocean, different countries, all the things like that, I had always known that I wanted to just go a bunch of places. And youth exchange was kind of my first gateway to being able to go and learn things about a new culture.
That's cool. So you talked about this a little bit when you kind of talked about the program. What's required of it? What has been required of you to be part of this or be selected for it?
Okay, this is a longer one. So first we go through a application process. It's a long application. We write an essay, a lot of information about ourselves, pictures like what you look like, what your family looks like, stuff like that. I had a really great time filling out the application. I thought it was really fun, just talking about myself and what I wanted to do with the exchange year. And so we were then invited to participate in a local interview with the local Rotary Club, and that was also, it was some more fun, basic questions. Had a good time there too. We were there for 2 hours just because we had so much fun talking. And then for the people who pass the local interviews, you go to district interviews. So the district Rotary Exchange Program, they interview you there. And so only about 8 people applied, and there are only 4 of us now, and we're all girls. And so it's just, it's really nice hanging out with them, and our district is just great. And so we go to these orientations every 2 months or so, month and a half. There's only 3 of them, and I just finished the last one a couple weeks ago. And we basically just have a sleepover, and we get a lot of information, and we just get closer. And so my friends from that are going to Italy, Chile, and Denmark. But she's actually going to the Faroe Islands, because the Denmark districts are, pretty cool,
That is really cool,
Yeah, it's awesome. And so a lot of documents and stuff that I've had to put in there, but definitely the interviews are something that I would put at the top of the list for things I've had to do so far.
Oh, that would be, so not nerve-wracking just because you were excited about the opportunity?
Oh, yeah. And I think the only one that really stressed me out that much was the district interviews, because it was very formal, and there were other former exchange students who were there and current exchange students from other countries, and they were basically asking questions, and they were all so nice and amazing, but it was scary for me because they were like
you probably had been
interviewing
through like
me.
a program like that. That's man, yeah. So I was reading up that Japan, to learn the language, they have 3 alphabets?
They have 3 alphabets, yeah.
So, what's up with that?
So, okay. It's really weird. Hiragana is the main alphabet basically for most words. It's the main alphabet. Like, if you're traveling to Japan, you want to know a little bit of that. And then katakana is for borrowed words. They borrow words from English, and those words like names. So if I were to go to Japan, which I am, my name will be spelled in katakana, and so it's borrowed words and names of foreigners. And then the third alphabet is called kanji, and it is a lot of, think of like the Chinese alphabet, the Chinese characters. There are thousands of characters, and most Japanese students are expected to know quite a bit of them, but as someone who Japanese is not their first language, that's not really the thing that
Okay.
you need to be up on. But it's like shortened words. So like if there's a big long word in hiragana, you can shorten it with kanji. And so that one's really complicated though, and just really hard to learn.
So how well are you at, how good do you do speaking Japanese?
I'm not super duper confident yet, but I've been working on it for quite a while. Just speaking accent, like all the stuff like that. Not to where I want to be yet, but I still have a whole summer until I leave.
All right, so you got the rest of the summer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when will be the date you leave?
I think the date that I need to be there is August 19th. So the tickets haven't been bought yet,
Okay.
but that's
Okay,
about
so
the time.
you're going to be working on the language, working on
Oh,
that all
yeah.
the way through. Then is that really the
Definitely.
only thing left for you? Then is just to hone up on the language skills.
And get my documents in.
Okay.
So my visa application, the paperwork hasn't come in yet, and then I need to do that whole process, which is a process,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then just some other Rotary documents, and I've got most of the rest of the stuff in.
That's
So.
great. That's great. Well, I was looking here at so the mission of the Rotary International is to provide service to others, promote integrity, and advance world understanding, goodwill, and peace through its fellowship of business, professional, and community leaders. Kind of a pretty big mission,
Yeah.
but it's a cool mission. And then, like you said, you're going to be one of those ambassadors out there representing that as you travel and
Yeah.
go about your affairs as a essentially a high school senior abroad.
Yeah.
That's exciting. That is really exciting.
Definitely.
Hey, before we get into some other questions, I want to go highlight some of our sponsors. I want to make sure we always give a shout out to them. We already talked about Phelps County Bank being 100% employee owned. You can scan that QR code there. Go to mypcv.com, find out more about them. This is a Home Sweet Mo Properties Spotlight Edition with this signing. So appreciate Danielle and Jared Jordan for their support. Taylor Chrysler is the Coach Talk sponsor, so we do talks with the coaches. That's who sponsors that. Jeremy Shelton out there, appreciate you. RJ Pest Control, their brand new sponsor. They are a third generation family-owned business, so that's great to have them on board. Kobe Wan Skills Academy, his facility is nearing completion. He was a two-time All-State Bulldog basketball player, does a lot of great training and everything like that. Appreciate that. Jackie Morozowitz in full bloom, does backdrop rental, balloon decor, and all the party stuff that goes with that. And I tell you what, I got to go on the season ticket tonight. That is a 104.9 ESPN, a sports talk show. I am probably going to have to bring up Maddie Greenway in this interview because it just kind of goes in with everything else that's been going on. Such a great year for the Bulldogs here, not just in sports and activities, but again, just with the type of quality students that we have that can kind of go forward. So I'll be bringing that up as well. Now, we did talk beforehand. So you play tennis.
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
And do you play soccer too?
I do not.
You
I
don't
play
soccer,
varsity
okay.
tennis.
Play varsity tennis. So you're going to go abroad. So you're going to find a club team to play on
Oh,
over
yeah,
there and
definitely.
keep that going.
For sure.
That's awesome. Yeah. And that's always tough. When you forego your senior year, there's a lot.
Oh, yeah. One of my main things was missing tennis senior night, all that stuff. Because I loved throwing the parties for the seniors, and I wanted that for myself, But I think this will outshadow the...
Oh, yeah. This will be an incredible experience for you. So how long will you be gone then? So you're going to leave like in early August or early mid-August. How long will you be gone?
I will be gone until July of the year after. So I will be gone for a full year almost.
And no coming home? during
No
that time?
coming home. Nope. And I'm pretty sure my family's not really supposed to be allowed to visit, but friends totally can. So you guys should come visit me.
There you go. Yeah, because I guess if you think about it, to have that whole experience, you have to fully immerse yourself in it. And if you got 1 foot there and 1 foot back home, that makes
Can't
it
do
kinda
it.
tough. Yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
So what has been the furthest you have traveled in your lifetime?
I've been to Corpus Christi, Texas. I've been to Washington, D.C. That's probably
Okay.
the farthest.
Okay, so you hit a couple of the boundaries. Now
Yeah.
we're going to fly over the pond and
Yeah, yeah.
we're going to head over to Japan.
Never been on a plane, though. Never been on a
You've
plane.
never been on a plane?
Mm-mm. My first plane ride's going to be like
Wow.
19
So
hours.
I was going to say, it'll be interesting to see where they stop you at if you go on a direct flight. I don't know if you meet up with anyone else. Japan is an absolutely stunning country.
Yeah.
It'll be one of the cleanest countries you've ever been in. Again, whether you're in the city or you're out in the countryside, it is absolutely, it is just a stunning place. So do you have an idea of what, I mean, I know it's an itinerary because it's like a whole year, but what is it like? You know, when do classes start? How often do classes do? What are breaks? What else do you have going on?
I don't know everything about my school yet. I know what school I'm going to, but I don't know all of the details yet because that's a pretty recent development. But I do know that Japan has a 3-semester trimester year, and so they have breaks in between each trimester instead of like one big long summer. 2 of the breaks are longer, one of them is pretty short. And it's different for every school though, and I haven't really looked that up specifically for my area, but I'm going to the district 2760, so that's the Rotary district, which is the city in Nagoya.
Okay.
So it is kind of in between Tokyo and Osaka, just to like put the image in your head, and then it's a port town. And it's also
nice.
the home of Toyota. So they have a direct line from Detroit to Nagoya.
Oh, wow.
And that's probably the plane that I'll be taking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
So-
Yeah. Yeah, being a port city, again, that's a lot of things going on there. And again, you know, fishing industry is so huge out there with the things they bring. Do you like seafood?
I love seafood.
You go to Golden, man. That's going to be a lot of fun. So what plans do you have after this? So then what? So you come back, you'll graduate. You won't walk down the, for the walk in the ceremony, but you will graduate as a bulldog. Then what's next for you?
I've done a lot of thinking, and my path isn't completely clear yet, but the idea is when I get back, I take a to get back on my feet, where I take classes through S&T, which is just here in Rolla, so it'll be a good way to get back into the flow of things here. And I'll take some classes there, but not as a completely full-time student, and then I'll either do the pre-med track at S&T or go from there pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you're thinking pre-med is
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
down. Okay.
That's the idea right now, yeah.
So let's say you got nothing going on. How do you relax on a weekend? What's Maddie doing to relax on a weekend?
I used to just kind of sit in my room and I would binge watch TV shows.
Okay.
And that was the most fun thing ever for me. And I would make myself snacks or call my friends or something like that. But now I have a job now, which kind of changed everything, where I feel like I always need to be like socializing and having fun. And I think also the just knowing that I'm going to be gone next year and I want to hang out with my friends as much as possible. And so I text my friends like, hey, who's free on Saturday? Who's free Sunday? And just see what's up. Or I work.
Yeah, you're feeling the senior thing, since you will be leaving your hometown.
Yeah.
You're feeling what the current seniors are feeling with how
Definitely.
they do things and their desire to be together and do stuff just so much more than they've done before.
A lot of
That makes sense.
senioritis.
Yeah, yeah, you're on it. So do you have a favorite fast food restaurant here in town?
Ooh, that is a good question. Fast food restaurant?
It doesn't have to be in
Any
town.
restaurant? Okay. That is a really good question. I like Jack in the Box, and I've had Chipotle like twice, but it was amazing. I don't know. You gotta also just go with McDonald's.
Yeah. So what do you get at Jack in the Box?
I get either just regular tacos or the tiny tacos.
Tiny tacos
I
are
like
so
the
good.
tiny tacos. They're
But
so
sometimes
good.
they're so hot though.
They
I've
are.
had-
I've burnt myself so many times.
But they're tacos. So
Yeah.
that.
They're so
Especially
good.
when they sit there for a while, they get a little greasy. I kind of
Yeah.
like that too, personally.
Oh, me too. I like how crunchy they are,
Yeah,
but how they're a little
yeah,
bit like squishy. Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, Jack in the Box tacos, man. You can't go wrong with them.
Can't go wrong.
So, what's your favorite home cooked meal? So you go over there, right? So you're
Yeah.
over in Japan. You're over there almost a year. Then you're gonna be over there going, oh, I wish I
I
had
want
this.
the-
What is that?
yeah.
What is that meal that you're gonna want when you get back?
Maybe chicken Alfredo. Or like, I feel like over there, you won't be able to find the little cheap ramen packets. I love the cheap little like Maruchan ramen
Yeah,
packets, and I feel like when I go over there, the quality is gonna be so good.
Yeah.
But I love those little things. I
Yeah.
also love like steak, like stuff grilled stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so now you got
Good
over
stuff.
there. Yeah. So Japan loves steak. They got they import most of theirs in, but the way they cook it over there is really, really good. The noodles are incredible
Yeah.
over there too. The way they do things, and of
Very
course you get all the
excited.
fresh sushi over there as well. Okay, so if you couldn't go to Japan on an exchange, would you still be going on an exchange?
Oh yeah, I definitely would have. So at the district interviews, actually, it's like, I'm gonna put this in air quotes, competitive, where you have to they can only send one person per district to each country on the list. So I went into it not knowing how many people were gonna show up, who was going to want what country. So I was expecting that I would have to beat other people to get Japan.
Yeah.
And so if I didn't win that, basically, if I didn't beat a bunch of other people, there was a list of 5 countries where you could pick your top 5 on the list.
So what was number 2?
Number 2 was South Korea, just because it's around the same area, and I was thinking about that too. Number 3 was Taiwan, because that was on the list too. But thinking back, I think I might have chosen. My friend's going to Italy, and I'm really excited for her. But I think I would have chosen. She's going to the Milan district, so that's awesome. I would have chosen that, or Greece wasn't on the list, but that would have been probably the dream behind Japan.
Yeah, we just had that conversation about wanting to get over to Greece. So
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
great.
yeah.
That's awesome. So any shout outs that you want to give, Maddie, anyone?
Yeah, I want to shout out to my friend Izzy, who kind of got me into this whole idea. Our idea was to do exchange together, and she would go through a different organization, but it didn't work out, and she's going for college, and I'm really excited for her, but I'm going to miss her because I thought I was going to get to see her. And then shout out to my other people in my district. So all of my 3 other girls go into all the different countries. So
That's
yeah.
cool. And we know Susan Petrofika helped out with the
Yeah,
whole
and
Rotary
Susan
thing.
and Mark and just
then
the
Alicia
Rolla
Pace
Rotary
here
Club.
at the school. And
Yeah.
April Greenway, I think they'll help with some of the decorations and stuff.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say it's Annalise, Macy, and Joe with my Rotary Club.
You gotta get those
Yeah,
names out
sorry,
there. Yeah, 'cause
I
they're
forgot
like,
that.
okay,
Yeah,
where are they?
I hope they see this.
Well, sure they will. Well, I tell you what, thanks for joining us today, Maddie. Man, I'm excited for you. It's going to be such an adventure for you.
Thank you so much.
Such a learning experience. And, man, you're going to be touching so many lives over there that when you come back, being able to share that with other people, it's going to be a big experience for you and family and all your friends as well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm really excited.
I bet you
Very
are. I mean, I can
excited.
tell. I can tell.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I wish I got that excited traveling again. But, I've kind of been there, done that with the traveling. I'm a homebody now. That's happening
I
to get
gotcha.
old, so be careful. Don't let that happen to you. All right. So for Maddie Greenway, I'm Tom Brown. And from inside the huddle to the heart of the game, we'll see you next time.
See ya.